1001 Spikes is nothing but an 8-bit old school game. With that being said, this game is terrific. The retro style game brings something back that's been gone for a while. This game requires a lot of repetition and memorizing of patterns of each level. The constant threat of dying keeps you at the edge of your seat. 1001 Spikes delivered everything as promised and even a little bit more. The premise of 1001 Spikes is simple, but it's easier said than done. The idea is to get through the entire game and all levels with only 1001 lives. To anyone this sounds rather easy, but it's not easy. Sometimes levels would take me 200 plus lives in order to complete. There's no checkpoints in levels, and the game autosaves every time you die. Each level ranges from 1 to 2 minutes long to complete. The objective is to get the key and exit through each level without dying. The plot of the game is that you're an archaeologist exploring South America. Abin Hawkins goes in search for lost treasure and, more importantly, his long-lost father. The plot is only explained in the beginning of the game. The cutscenes are all nostalgic, using pictures and word captions. It was a good taste of an old-school adventure. The gameplay is a 2D 8-bit retro-style game. This game is tough as shit. The true heart of this game is a puzzle. It all relies on your timing. When to go, stop, or jump depends on whether or not you're alive the next second. Death is everywhere, with obstacles like water, lava, bugs, and most importantly, spikes. There's also extras and collectibles to get. Along with the key needed in order to pass each level, there's also an optional skull collectible. Collecting enough of these skulls unlocks multiplayer modes. Sadly, these modes are for offline only. These skulls also unlock other characters that have different abilities to replay levels. With extra characters and multiplayer, you possess the ability to collect coins and buy things like extra lives, maps, clothes, and cutscenes. If that game wasn't time consuming enough, these added bonuses give the player a little bit more. Believe it or not, you will not make it through the first time. I literally died 1,000 times and I was only halfway through the game, just to give you a taste of the difficulty. I honestly put 15 hours plus into this game and wasn't able to complete it. This game is definitely time consuming if you want to beat this game. Don't get turned off when I say this game is hard. I feel like if the game wasn't challenging, it wouldn't be good. I won't sugarcoat it. The plot of the game is weak, like most retro style games. We play these old-fashioned games for a challenge, and 1001 Spikes is nothing short of bringing it. I think 1001 Spikes is definitely worth checking out. If you don't like the premise after the first hour, you can go ahead and shut it off. The levels get aggressively harder and more time consuming with each new level. The plus side is that you have the ability to skip levels. However, you will need to go back and finish them in order to actually beat the game. 1001 Spikes is an incredible experience that shouldn't be overlooked just because it's an 8-bit indie. Solving patterns and getting your timing down through constant trial and error is fun and wonderfully rewarding every time you finish a level. I would need to give this game an 8.1 out of 10. You will definitely have a good time playing 1001 Spikes.